Today is my YouTube birthday. Exactly 3 years ago, I uploaded my first YouTube video, even got a tear. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the mistakes I've made that if you avoid, it will save you a lot of time and you will grow your channel faster. So let's get into them. Imagine you go on a sales meeting and there is a guy tries to sell you something. Compare two guys. One guy is like, hello, on today's meeting, I want to discuss a business opportunity offer. And another guy, hello, on today's meeting I want to discuss the business opportunity. Same words, completely different angle. It doesn't really matter what he says, but how he say it. That's why I wanted to start with mindset, not the strategies, because that's the biggest thing I think I learned. Everything is relative. Just like with a cup, one person would say it's half empty, another person would say it's half full. No matter what you say, you will get the same outcome, but you will save the mental energy and effort if you think it's half full. If you think it's easy, it's gonna be easier for you just because you think that way. If you think it's hard, it's gonna be freaking hard, you know? There's this book called Deep Work, and the author basically differentiates the work into two categories. Deep work, another one, shallow work. And a deep work is the work where you focus, you know, when you're in the flow. Like athletes, when they work out, some of them don't even see time passing by. They are so focused on the task, they don't have any other thoughts in their brain. It's better to work that way 2 hours than work shallow work for 8 hours. Because if you check emails, if you distract yourself with other tasks, it's so easy to get lost in the so-called work. But most YouTubers, that's the biggest constraint they have. Procrastination. You know, in self-improvement there is a concept instant gratification. It's when you eat that ice cream straight away you get the pleasure, and delayed gratification is when you go to the gym and your body will get fit after 3 months. The same here is with YouTube. Everybody know it's a long-term game. Though some people think, oh, I just need to start uploading and I would blow up. It's so easy to blow up nowadays on YouTube. And I would agree, if you find the right topic, why would it be hard? You just need your phone, you don't need a fancy camera, script. There is some people also that think, oh, blowing up on YouTube is very hard, it's saturated. No, it's not. Again, comes back to right topic. If there is a topic which have a high demand but low supply, why won't you go viral? YouTube is a skill, and that's what I've been learning for the past 3 years. So let's get into more practical things. There is two types of salespeople in the sales world. A guy that just goes on a sales call, spend 5 hours of his day, or there's another guy that after each sales call, he take notes. At the end of his workday, he rewatches his sales calls. Which one would be a better sales rep? Obviously the second one. I remember showing my video to one of the girl that I liked at the time. It was the first person I showed my videos to. And she watched those videos and she said, I really like your belief system and how you talk. But the problem is your videos are cut in the way where it's hard to listen. And at the moment I was using this AI software to cut it. By the way, it was 2023, so it kind of sucked, but I didn't watch it fully. When I did that, I watched my videos and I couldn't even watch it till the end because it was so badly cutted. So what I did is I just stopped doing that, and it improved my videos incrementally, dramatically. Imagine I wouldn't analyze this video. It would still suck. With analysis, it's not only good videos that you should analyze, going to YouTube, checking out introductions of the video, the packaging, what worked out, what not, but also the bad videos. In the World War II, there was those planes, Spitfires, that were going to the battle and coming back with bullets inside of them. And so the people thought that the bullets part, where there were holes, were the weakest parts of the plane. But then the scientists came in and they said, no, actually it's not the bullet part, because some planes returned and some planes didn't. Some planes were completely destroyed. Points that got destroyed were the points that were still okay on the planes that came back. So the conclusion is that you should improve on those weak parts. You should not only analyze good stuff, but also bad stuff that cost you damage. I know this YouTube channel called Flinch. It's crazy good YouTube channel. Like the production quality is very good, but the thumbnail sucks so much that nobody clicks on it. It feels like I'm watching 1 million subscriber YouTube channel, but the packaging feels like, you know, it's just a guy that has 10k subs. This is one of the lessons I've learned. I was listening to Mr. Beast, and he said that if people don't click, they don't watch. If you spend 80% of your time on the video and you spend 20% on the packaging, you're gonna lose, because YouTube isn't the platform of videos. Actually, people choose videos. They scroll through the feed and they choose which video to click on. And based on the thumbnail and the title, they determine if they want to click on the video or not. And then and only then, the video production matters. So before even editing it, you should first create the packaging and spend 80% of the time on it. So that's what I've been doing as well recently, especially with my mentor. I sent him my packaging for feedback before even recording the video so that I don't waste my time. As I mentioned, YouTube is a skill. That's why you should learn. One of the greatest sources of learning is obviously those videos, so appreciate yourself. You're spending time on educational video on YouTube, investing in your business, but also mentors. My most popular video came from the idea from my mentor, and it has 69k views right now. When you think of the biggest entertainer on YouTube, you think of Mr. Beast. Business guru, you think of Alex Hormozi. And when you think of self-improvement YouTuber, you think of Hamza. And so you have your own archetype on your YouTube channel. Maybe you just didn't discover it, maybe you don't know it, maybe you know it, but you should lean into it. If you're a fitness YouTuber, you should record probably in the gym. And once you have this archetype, people like you more. You know, my most popular video blew up because my archetype was, I was just the guy that is learning, the beginner YouTuber. I'm not the expert here, but I did a bunch of uploads, so I learned some stuff. You know, I'm a student. I'm not telling you exactly what to do, I'm just telling you what my experience has been so far, and I'm leaning into that. It's funny because I entered the studio and there is this guy in the studio and I'm telling him, oh, I have 3rd year anniversary on YouTube. And he asks me, how many subs do you have? And I said, not enough. So the same with money, you know. At the end of the day, if you get more views than you get normally, this becomes your new standard. And the views that you get may not satisfy you anymore, but you can still get good views.